Hello everyone. Um, my camera won't be coming. I busted my good camera. Fortunately, this clumsy badger got the accidental damage protection plan on it, so right now it's on its way to Sony and they'll be sending it back, hopefully within the next week or two. But all the drama aside, I watched a couple of videos. Actually, a lot of videos, but the two I want to talk about are by Rocket Whiplash 2468 about some comments she had gotten on her video, basically looking at the idea of persuasion and argumentation and attempting basically to convey a positive message to the other side, and how doing battle with those ideologically opposed to you, at least in debate, is not a good avenue for convincing anyone. And to be serious, did a video, do you think YouTube is YouTube really fucked up or what? You know, I don't remember the exact wording of that. And both of them struck me in different ways. And please forgive me if I say something either of you have already said. I'm just thoughts, conveying thoughts and hoping to make some sense out of what's been going on. And as a participant in the drama, I find both of the videos very interesting, or at least in several parts of the dramas. But that's another series of videos, most of which have already been made, and the others, well, probably never will be. As far as Rocket Whiplash 2468's video, it is very, very hard for me to remember many times in my life where I have seen anyone be convinced or persuaded of anything for a long period of time. I mean, I've seen people's minds change for a little while, but never in a lasting way, and usually once the emotional associations surrounding the subject at hand are re-triggered, the original opinion will reassert itself. And I've ultimately found reason to be very, very almost useless at convincing someone to abandon an emotionally held viewpoint, or at least one that they have strong emotional associations with. And there was a study, I remember reading about it in the Washington Post a while ago, that once you dug into it, basically that, let's say that this is a spectrum of emotion, positive to negative. The closer you were towards the center, the more likely you were to be objective about something. However, the less likely you were to remember it. The more of a positive association with it, at first it would be you would be able to find the good things about it. But the stronger the positive association, the more you would associate that thing with you, and you would look beyond it to other things associated with it and start defending those. And in the reverse, when you had slightly negative feelings about something, you would be very good at finding flaws with whatever it was. And once you started the stronger your negative feelings were towards it, the more likely that you were going to start attacking that which was associated with it. And never mind the thing itself. I mean, you would make stuff up to attack. I mean, it was really fascinating, and I wish I could find it. But there is a 2-part video from the Atheist Experience that is about an argument that is absolutely fantastic, and I think the big thing that's missed here I mean, basically, the hosts are attempting to use rationality, and the speaker is coming from a place of pure emotion. And really, the only reason it ends at all, the only reason that the conversation does not end in hostility, is because they find something that that everyone involved can agree on. And in the caller's voice, the relief with which it is said is amazing. And it is often pretty much the best you can do is to attempt to find common ground with someone and then hopefully exchange knowledge from there. But you have to watch out for landmines and things like that. But that link is below. That will be the third link. The first and second links being Rocket Whiplash 2468 and To Be Serious's video. Now to Be Serious's video, to me YouTube is not fucked up. It is not a friendly place. Now I understand we may be talking semantics here, so I am not contradicting you. I'm looking at the language, reacting, and putting forth my reactions. This is not a judgment of you. But YouTube is a very valuable and useful place because at very, very high speeds we get to see certain types of social interactions that we would never ever see in the real world. And I would say it's not fucked up so much as it is sometimes a bit much to take. And you ask in your video how we can make it a better place. I think, going back to what I said about Rocket Whiplash's video, there's very little we can do for that. But if we can encourage those around us to think about things a little more, and by think, taking a step back, I mean consider that much of what we talk about as thinking is actually feeling. Much of what we talk about as I figured something out is I felt my way through it. I intuited my way through it. Because very, very little of what we do, unless we really have to, is rational. Now, when I say very little, I mean by in comparison. But the day-to-day decisions we make about where to go, what to eat, what to say, how to respond to a question, what questions to ask, come about because of emotion and are often based in it. So, understanding this, believing it, and acting upon that understanding, and showing others that it's safe to do this, can perhaps be a good first step in making YouTube a less hostile place. Other than that, don't know. I am, as you have disagreed with me in the past, and actually at this point of the drama, after the drama, I don't expect anyone to agree with me. I'm just making my way along and enjoying life. But I just don't see the need to do more than take it as it is. And part of that as it is that it changes, and try to be better in that, and to encourage better in that, while still recognizing that better is a value judgment, and some people are judging us as worse. It's complicated, but anything having to do with human beings is. And I was recently accused of being too subjective about things, and there's no accountability. Oh, no. We are absolutely accountable for our own actions. And yes, I'm an absolute dick sometimes, or as close as one can get to being absolute. But really, all I try and do is make sure there is a limit to the consequences of what I do if I am ranting at someone. And if I'm trying to do good, what I think of as good. I try and make sure that it's something that is actually wanted and that other people are working towards, and well, hopefully they will find a use for what I do, and hopefully it will be of some lasting good that they participate in. Otherwise, I'm all about hugs. That's it. I do suggest you look at Rocket Whiplash 2468's videos. She's a fairly new YouTuber. To be serious, interesting. I like her videos. We have had disagreements in the past, and we will continue to have disagreements in the future. But it's interesting stuff. And also on her video, there's some interesting personality tests that I think you'll like. Thank you for your time and attention.